Hartford's ready to reopen for the summer. You know, this past weekend we had the Yard Goats playing on one side of town. We had Hartford Athletic playing on the other. Thousands of folks coming back together to enjoy sports in the city. But this summer we're getting ready for a summer filled with arts and culture and activity and food and music and sports all together. And our big announcement today is that Hartford's signature summer event is coming back this summer better than ever, and that is the Greater Hartford Festival of Jazz. The Greater Hartford Festival of Jazz is the largest free jazz festival in New England and one of the largest free jazz festivals in the country. And our city has an incredible tradition of jazz, of great local homegrown musicians, but this is a festival that showcases their talent and also brings in some national acts and regularly brings well over 50,000 folks to come sit in beautiful Bushnell Park and the shadow of the state capitol to listen to some of the best musicians in the country with an incredible spirit of community. And so I know, speaking personally, I can't wait for the Jazz Festival this summer. It's one of my favorite weekends of the entire year, every year in Hartford. And thanks to the incredible work of the team that has long been volunteering to make Hartford Festival of Jazz happen, we're able to do it again. So I want to give a big shout out to Charles Christie, all the other members of the board, the sponsors, the funders, the volunteers who make it happen. Charles, thank you so much for everything you and the team have done. And I can tell you the board was really thoughtful about this year. They had a number of conversations about whether to move forward, but we talked together about the importance of making sure that the festival was not only on this year, but better than ever, and they stepped up to the plate bigger than we could have imagined. So the other announcement we have today is that the festival will kick off on the Friday evening with the Temptations. So Friday night, you come down for a free concert with the Temptations in Bushnell Park, and you're going to see some amazing acts before and after. So come on down, get ready for that weekend. We're going to have a lot of other things to announce in the coming weeks about the summer in Hartford. As you know, Hartford's summer is always packed with festivals, with free, family-friendly festivals, whether it's at Bushnell Park, at the riverfront, or elsewhere in the city. But we're also really focused on working with our partners to activate our city in ways big and small. And so the other thing that we're here to promote is the fact that we're going to continue the street closures that we started last summer during the pandemic to make it a little bit easier for our businesses to operate, but not just in times when we were all so concerned about the virus, but also just because it's a lot of fun to be able to be outside on some beautiful summer nights with friends, eating, drinking, having a good time. And so we're here at Ann and Allen Street, which is one of the streets that we have closed down, and thrilled to be joined by some of our great local business owners who are already doing tremendous work as Hartford emerges from this difficult year and gets ready for a summer of fun. So let me kick it off by turning this over to some of our tremendous partners at the Greater Hartford Arts Council, who are a huge part of the work of making summer in Hartford active, exciting, and rich. And again, we'll have many more announcements to make about the summer that's to come. But let me first ask Kate McCumber and Amanda Roy to come on up and say a few words.
Thank you, Mayor Bronin. We are so excited to be here today. There are so many incredible things coming this summer that we can't wait to announce. One of the first things we want to say is XY Eli right over here is a great musician and a tremendous guitarist. Just want to recognize him. Thanks for performing. And we have Make Music Hartford returning on June 21st to the city. There are going to be free music lessons, free concerts all over the city and virtually as well, in case you're wanting some virtual performances. So lots to check out. Make sure to visit makemusicday.org/Hartford to find all of the incredible things going on. And XY Eli himself will be giving guitar lessons. So lots of things to find. And thank you very much. And I think Charles is up next. Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you so much. And again, thanks for everything the Arts Council is doing. We're going to be partnering closely with the Arts Council as we also use some of our American Rescue Fund dollars to make sure that we are investing in arts and culture and in local artists and local musicians this summer as part of that recovery. Now, as I said before, Charles Christie and Tiana Correa, among many others, have been giving their heart and soul to the Greater Hartford Festival of Jazz for year after year after year. And I am so personally grateful to them. As a city, we're so grateful to them for everything they do. It is blood, sweat, and tears. The festival is free, but there are a lot of people who dedicate an awful lot of time to make it happen. And so I want to say thank you to both of you. So, Charles, come on up. And is Tiana here?
No, she's not. Hi, everyone. Just want to let you know that this year is special because we're coming out of this pandemic, and we all need something to hope on and to cling to that is something normal. And Jazz Fest is normal, and it's been normal to Hartford for a long time. And this year, our overall theme is all about hope. It's very important to be very hopeful. And music does that for people. It allows people to relax and take their mind off their day-to-day, daily problems. So with that being said, just want to say, so that we are clear, that the Temptations had splinter groups and things of that nature, and our performing artist is the Dennis Edwards Temptations Review. Dennis Edwards was the lead singer of the Temptations for many years, over 10 years. And he developed a great show, and that's the show that we're having here. And I want to thank David Foster for sponsoring that. He came out of his pocket to make sure that Hartford would come alive and be fully awake. But I also got to say to you guys that we always take care of our own musicians that live here in Hartford, and we'll have plenty of those. We take care of regional folks that live throughout the state of Connecticut, and obviously national. The headliner, as we just said, will be the Dennis Edwards Temptation Review on Friday, Eric Darius and Eric Roberson on Saturday, and Hiroshima on Sunday. So it's going to be a great show. There's plenty of acts, food, vendors. Mainly, the most important thing is families coming together and having a good time in Hartford. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Charles. And again, to all of the folks who make the festival happen, thank you, and can't wait. Now, I'd like to ask Jerry Fornarelli, who is the owner of a number of the businesses right here on Ann Street and Allen, to come on up and say a few words. Look, this has been a hard year for so many businesses, but so hard, especially for our restaurants and for our bars. They've pushed through. So many of them have pushed through this tough year. They've hung on. They've been committed to keeping their businesses operating and open. But this is our chance now to come out and support them and have fun. Again, as we get to these warmer days, warmer evenings, come on out and support your favorite place here in Hartford. And we're going to try to make it as easy as possible to do. So, Jerry, come on up. Thank you again for everything you do.
Thank you. We're very, very excited to be opening up, going back to capacity, getting back to regular. We're still going to follow mandates and be, cautious and everything like that, but we're very, very excited to get back to work. We are fortunate enough to have outside patio area, Agave, and Tavern, Russian Lady, and Rockin' Horse. We've all been working very hard together to get through the pandemic, but it's been tough times. We have a lot to make up on, and we're going to keep going and trying to make it as good as possible and have as much fun as we can, being safe as well. And we can't thank the mayor enough for helping us, and the city and the Chamber of Commerce has been awesome. We've been working better than ever together, and we are coming up with programming and what to do and events and how can we be safe and how can we have these events. And yeah, we have a lot of digging out to do, but we're very excited. We've been fortunate enough to hang on, and our landlords have been great helping us out and doing everything. So we're ready to go, and we're very, very excited, and we're very excited to get people back to work. We do need people as well, so if anyone's looking for a job, we're all hiring, and we're going to get ready back to go to work, and we're looking very forward to it, and we can't appreciate the help that we're getting from all our partners and everyone else, and that's great, and we're very, very, very excited to reopen and open up again. It's been a tough year on everybody, so let's have a safe and a wonderful summer, and hopefully we continue to grow. And once again, thank you to Hartford for shutting the streets down, giving us outside patios, giving us an opportunity to move forward. So very, very excited with all of that. And thank you very much, and thank you, Shannon and Mayor Luke Bronin. Thank you very much.
Great, thank you again, Jerry. Now, as Jerry mentioned, Chamber of Commerce has been another tremendous partner to us as a city, and they represent well over 100 small businesses throughout the city in all of our neighborhoods. And as we come out of this and continue to work to support our businesses, they are an absolutely critical partner, and they have been all the way through. We've been having a lot of fun going to ribbon cuttings lately, because there are a lot of folks who are right now ready to make that investment, make that commitment, start that business. So I always love getting to use the Chamber's big scissors and open a new business, but this is also about supporting the businesses that we have and making sure they are successful and standing with them and enjoying what they have to offer this summer more than ever. So Shannon, please come on up for a few words.
Good afternoon, everybody. On behalf of the Hartford Chamber of Commerce, we are excited to be here, and we're even more excited to be on Ann and Allen. One of the best things about working for the Hartford Chamber of Commerce is working with Luke Bronin and his team at the city to hear from businesses, hear what their needs are, and close streets like this. On behalf of the Hartford Chamber, we've been working really hard for the last year and a half, a super difficult year, to make sure we hear what small businesses need, and that's a new thing for the Hartford Chamber of Commerce to be doing. So working with businesses like the Downtown Hartford and Agave and small business owners like Jerry, we just want to make sure that they get everything they need and resolve any issues that come up. And we're also really excited to market the Hartford experience. And with events like the Jazz Fest coming back, it's going to be really easy for us to do that, because we're better together and we're stronger together, and that's what the Chamber of Commerce is all about. So thanks.
All right, thank you, Shannon. And I also just want to give out to Julio, shout out to Julio Concepcion, who's the executive director of the Chamber of Commerce, but wears a couple of hats, including state legislator. So he's up there having fun in the Capitol today. Just to wrap this up, and then happy to take any questions. Big news today is that the Greater Hartford Festival of Jazz is coming back this summer, better than ever. Opening up with Temptations, but with an incredible act, local and from around the country this summer. July 16th to 18th, right, Charles? July 16th to 18th, so get ready. We'll have lots of other announcements about the summer to come, but in the meantime, come on down and enjoy all that Hartford has to offer with our great restaurants, our great bars, our stadiums, our artists, our musicians. This team in the city and with all our partners is all about bringing back the fun this summer and showing that Hartford's back. So happy to take any questions, and thanks for being here on this beautiful day.
Obviously, it's still a different environment. What types of adaptations need to be made to the Jazz Fest to still ensure a safe environment?
Sure. So the question is, what kind of adaptations need to be made to ensure that it's a safe environment? Look, let me say a couple of things. One, Connecticut has been leading the country in vaccinations, and we know that these vaccinations are effective. If you're not vaccinated yet, get vaccinated. We're in a fundamentally different place than we were a year ago or even a few months ago. The other thing is that the CDC has made clear that outdoor transmission is very low risk. We're all standing out here without our masks, and that's an important thing to know and important thing to respect. That said, we will be closely monitoring the data and transmission numbers just as we have all year, and to the extent that there's any requirements that need to be put in place for spacing or capacity limits, we'll do that. We're gonna always be guided by the science. We're gonna always put safety first. But I think based on where we are in this, the evolution of this pandemic, the rollout of the vaccination effort, the fact that these events are outdoors, we feel very, very comfortable moving forward with this festival and a lot else.
Shelburne has said that they're planning on doing a number of events and different things on Pratt Street
Yep.
this summer. Can you tell me about any coordination between the city and
Yeah, we've worked very closely with them, and they're also very closely coordinated with the Business Improvement District, the Hartford bid. A number of us were all on a call just a couple of days ago. We do that regularly. So there's a lot of folks who are a part of marketing, promoting the city, and also activating the city. And again, this summer more than ever. And I think in the years ahead more than ever. So we're all working closely together. I think you're going to see a lot of activity on Pratt Street. Pratt Street is another one of those streets that we shut down. We got a lot of great businesses there, a lot of great restaurants and other places. But it's also a street where we have, even prior to the pandemic, done a lot to activate with music, with salsa on Pratt, with a whole lot of things that brought a whole lot of people down to Pratt Street. That stuff's going to continue, and again, I think more than ever. Other questions?
Do you have a sense of the economic impact of the Jazz Festival?
The question is, do we have a sense of the economic impact of the Jazz Fest? I don't have numbers for you, but I can tell you it's big. Look, just talking to Jerry, when the Yard Goats are playing, that makes a big impact. It made a big impact for them just this past weekend, and the Yard Goats is at half capacity right now, so they're bringing a couple thousand, 3,000 people. Jazz Festival brings 50, 60, 70,000 people into the city, or people from the city convening together in Bushnell Park and out and about the city. So it's a powerful economic impact. But I also think the impact of Jazz Fest and many of our other cultural events over the summer is bigger than dollars. It's bigger than the economic impact. It's for our city. It is a spiritual impact. It is an emotional impact. It's one of those festivals that when you go, you just can't help falling in love with Hartford, because you see a city with such incredible beauty and diversity, with such incredible history, with an incredible arts tradition, all coming together in one of the most beautiful parks in the country to celebrate a signature event that's been happening for year after year for decades. So I think the impact in economic terms is huge. The impact in emotional terms for our city may be even bigger. Anything else? All right. Thanks, everybody.